Hello all, I am Budgeting Soldier Girl and thank you for tuning into my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. And if you're returning, welcome back. So today we will unstuff our vacation binder. My husband and I, we traveled to San Diego for the week of April the 24th through the 27th. As many of you know, or if you are new to my channel, we use our credit card to collect those points and miles. After we unstuff our envelopes, we deposit that money into our bank account and pay off the balance on our credit card. Also, whenever we travel, I always set a budget. It doesn't matter. It could be 1 day, 2 days, a week. I am always going to set a budget. So I am going to go to our budget for our San Diego trip, and then we will unstuff my envelopes. And so I have already updated my travel binder for San Diego. For transportation, which covers our airfare, car rental, but when we travel to San Diego, we use Uber instead, gas, tolls, and airport fee. I budget a total of $2,167.51. However, we went over budget. Our actual cost was $2,226.29, and that put us over $58.78. And we always plan ahead for our airfare because when you purchase your ticket in advance, you save money versus waiting until the last minute to purchase that ticket. So when we prepaid for our airfare, we paid $1,887.51. For Uber, I budget $200, but we went over by $80.78. So I budget $200 and it cost us $280.78. Gas, we didn't spend anything because we had Uber. Tolls, we didn't spend anything. Airport fee, I budget $60 for the parking fee and we paid $48. For accommodations, which is our hotel, once again, we always prepay for our hotel in advance as well. So for our hotel, we budget $1,582.29, and that is the actual cost. For accommodation, that covers our hotel, resort fees, which we didn't have any parking fees and pet fees, but in this category for this trip, we only had our hotel expense. Moving to entertainment, I budget $1,500 and we spent a total of $783.04. For organized tours, I budget $500 and we spent $238. Shopping, I budget $1,000 and we spent $545.04. Next, our food and drinks, I budget $900 and we only spent $304.86. And the reason we spent only $304, we have the American Express Platinum card, and we always book a fine hotel and resort when we travel. And with your American Express credit card, it always comes with perks. So I budget $550 for our food, and then for snacks and drinks, I budget $250. However, we did not have to pay for breakfast at all, and I am going to share this as well. If we eat breakfast, 9 times out of 10, we are not going to eat lunch. We are going to eat dinner. So the perks that we receive for our fine hotel and resorts, I'll go over that in a few, but the hotel that we stayed at was downtown San Diego, the U.S. Grant. It's a gorgeous hotel. So the perks that we receive, and this is because we paid with our American Express Platinum card and we booked the hotel with our Platinum card as well. So some of the perks that we received, we had early check-in, 12 o'clock p.m., Our room was upgraded as well. We received daily breakfast for two that was valued $75 a day. Of course, you get Wi-Fi, guaranteed late checkout as late as 4 p.m. Our flight on the 27th was at 10 p.m. So this worked out well for us because normally you have to check out of your hotel around 12 o'clock. And of course, I know you all already know that. And then we received $100 credit that we could use on food or drinks at the hotel. So I love my American Express Platinum card. Yes, it comes with a fee, which is $695 a year. But if you use your credit card and take advantage of all the perks that it has to offer, it balances itself out. So that's why we only spent $304.86 on food and drinks altogether. So once again, I budget $900 for food and we spent $304.86, which is great because food is one of the most expensive expenses that you have when you travel. Next is my other expense. I budget $625. Actual amount that we spent was $258. Under my other expense, it covers our tips, doggy daycare, and miscellaneous. So for tips, I budget $150. We spent $38. Doggy daycare, I budget $375. We spent $220. And miscellaneous, $100, and we didn't use anything. And my last category is our airport expense. I budget $150, and this covers our food, drinks, and snacks while we're waiting to board our flight, and we end up spending $76.76. So the total budget for our trip to San Diego was $6,924.80. However, we only spent a total of $3,665.16, and we saved $3,259.64. So now what I am going to do, I have a expense tracker for each one of those categories. And what I am going to do now, I am going to go to each one of these categories envelopes, remove the cash so I can pay our credit card. And once again, I have already prepaid for our airfare. So let's see, prepaid. And let me see how I am. All right, so let me move this over to the side. And this is what I should have done. And just wrote down at the bottom how much I need to remove from the envelope, but it's okay. So for transportation, I spent $21.78.29, and I am going to subtract our airfare, so minus $18.97.51 because we prepaid. And so I am going to make sure I added this up right. So let's see, 904, 1897.51, 2091, 47.1, 49.08, 27.94, 65.97, 67.13, 48. All right, so I have made a mistake here in my binder. Instead of this should be, I don't know how I messed this up. This should be $2,226.29. And I need to go. Okay, see, I have it right here. I don't know how I messed that up. So I was over $48. So what I am going to do now, $2,226.29. I am going to subtract airfare, which was $18.97.51. And so I am going to go to my transportation envelope and remove $328.78. And this covers our Uber and airport parking. So move my calculator here. And I'm gonna round up. So $328.78 $78. I'm gonna round up to $329 from transportation. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3. This is 20. This is a placeholder. So 1, 2, 3, and it's $329. And this is a placeholder as well. I am not going to, or am I? Trying to figure out. Okay, so this is going to be $340. Yes, I'm going to take. So $340 minus $329 equal $11. So what I am going to do here, I am going to get $11 in placeholders. All right, and these are placeholders that I purchased from Amazon as well, and I can link these placeholders in my description box below. And it looked like the real deal, so I just wrote on BSG on this one, and I have a star here. And what I am going to do is write myself a note to transfer $9 from transportation to my main check-in. And I am going to put this, well, I'm going to move this placeholder here and deposit. And in transportation, let's get this together so we can see how much we have remaining. We have 1,000, 2,000, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. $2,019 remaining. And next, we are going to move to this is for accommodation. Our hotel was $1,582. However, we have prepaid for that. Next is our entertainment. And we budget $1,500, spent $783.04, saved $716.86. And I am going to go to my excursion envelope and remove $238, and then I will move to my shopping envelope and I'm gonna round up. I spent $545.04. However, I round up to $546. I will remove that from our shopping envelope. So that would be $238 and then $546. And I'm just gonna write here in this corner, that would be $784 cash for our entertainment envelope. So since we're at shopping first, $546. So this is 500, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46. Let's see. And so this is $500 placeholder, which represent the cash that we have in our bank account. So I would transfer $500, and then I have a $10 placeholder, so I would transfer $510 from our shopping account. So let me see, transfer $510 from shopping to, I'm just gonna put main, and I'll put these placeholders here. Then we have 20, 30, 35, 36. And then we will go, oh, let me count. Moving too fast. So now in shopping, we have 1,011, 12, 12.50, 51, $1,251 remaining. And our excursion, $238. You know, that's why I don't like condensing my envelopes. So 238. So I am going to take this $250 placeholder. So let's see, 238 minus 250. And I need $12 in placeholder. So this is 10. All right, so this is $12 in placeholder. And I am going to put a sticker so I would know that this is not real money. I would hate to take this to the bank and get in trouble. And so I have $12 placeholders that I am going to put here, and then I am going to put that I need to transfer. That is $238 from excursion. And now we are going to move to my next category. But before we do that, let me count how much we have remaining in excursion. $2,000, $21, $20, $40, $50, $55, $60, $62, $63, $64, $65, $2,165 remaining in excursion. And now we're going to move to our food and drinks. So I budget $900 and we spent $307.86. So for food, we spent $217.07, and I'm gonna round it up to $218. So let's remove $218. And you guys, just all of my money is in our account. And so I have $25 placeholder here for our food. So let's see, 2,500 minus 218. And so I need $2,282. All right, let's make sure this is $2,082. So 1,000, 2,000, 2250, 70, 80, 82. And I am going to move this, and let's put stickers. A sticker here. All right, so we have $2,282 remaining in my dining out, and I need to transfer $218 from our food to main. And now I am going to go to our drinks, which cover our snacks and drinks. And I spent $87.89, and I'm gonna round that up to $88 for drinks and snacks. $100. So $12. So 10 and 11. Put this 100 here, and I owe drinks $1. And we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 10, 11, and then when I add that dollar, we'll have 412 remaining. And that is it for our food and drinks. And now we're going to move to our other expenses. So tips, I spent $38, and then doggy daycare $220. So that's a total of $250. And first we will go to tips. $38. And I'm going to keep $1 out so I can put it in my drinks. And let me go back to drinks really quickly. And in tips, we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 12, 13, 14, 2, 14 remaining. And let's see, my puppy for daycare, $220. All right, so we have 300 here and we need 80, and hopefully we have 80. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. And we have 1,000, 11, 12, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. So 1280 remaining in daycare. And that is it for his binder. Okay, so 258. And our last category is our airport. And we spent $76, and I'm gonna round that up to $77. And I am going to have to make change. I have 150 in airport, and let's see if we can make some change for 100. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. And I'm going to remove this 100. And $77. So 50, 70, 75, 76, 77. And we have 50, 70, 71, 72, 73, $73 remaining. And that is it for this binder. And so now this is going to be the hard part here. So let's see how much cash we should have on hand. And I hope I get this right. So for airport, I should have $77 cash. For other expenses, which is tips and daycare, $258. So that's a total of $335. Now we're moving to food and drinks. So that's $88 for snacks and drinks and $218 for food. However, so that's $641. However, I am transferring $218 from our food account to our main checking account. So minus $218 equal, and then I am just going to hit the plus sign. So $423 cash so far. And then we're moving to entertainment. So that is a total of, so plus $784. So that is $1,207. However, I am going to transfer, so minus $510 from our shopping account to our main checking account. And I am going to transfer, so minus $238 from our excursion account to our main checking account. So we should have $455 cash. Or no, $459. I couldn't see that number. So $459 cash. For accommodation, we prepaid for our hotel, so we are good to go. And now we're moving to transportation. We should have a total of $329, which covers our Uber and airport parking. So that's plus $329. So that's $788. However, I am going to transfer $9 from our transportation account to our main checking account. So minus 9 equals $779 cash I should have in my cash tray, and I hope so. So let's count this cash, and my fingers are crossed that we have $779 cash. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 750, 770, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $779 I will deposit into my bank account. Now, I want to do this. So that is $779. However, I am going to add this plus 9 because I am transferring that $9 from my transportation account to our main checking account. And then we will go to entertainment. I am going to add the $510 that I am going to transfer from our shopping account to main checking, so plus 510. And then I am going to add $238 that I am going to transfer from our excursion account to our main checking, so plus 238, so that's 1536. And then I am going to transfer or add the $218 for food, so that's $1,754. And I think that is it. So I just wanted to see how much cash I should have had on hand, and that was $1,754. So I am so happy that I got this right. Oh my goodness. So this is $779 that I will be transferring into our account. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I would love to know, do you set a budget when you travel? And if so, do you have a budget planner? I would love to know, how do you plan your budget for your vacation? I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to deposit this money into my account and pay our credit card. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please consider and do so. I would love to have you as part of the Budgeting Soldier Girl family. Thank you once again, and I hope each of you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.